god, that's only 27 minutes. I thought it was an hour. Okay, it's not. Alright. So let's see how far we can get. Alright, do we have processing? We do. I haven't used processing in a while. I'm gonna make a base folder here called processing animations. And now the file save as not in a wheel, but in processing animations. I'm gonna call it LinkedIn RGB. Right. Okay. I'm going to have to reference the other. I'm going to have to reference the other. Oh, my microphone is all the way over here. What do I do? Wheel of Fortune, something. Wheel, yeah. Wheel V1. Where's the source code? Windows source. .java. That's the actual Java code, I think. Or is it? It might not be. Size commented out by preprocessor. Okay, so this is not the exact same thing. File open recent. Let's take the UKSG wheel. There. Yeah. There. Okay, size. What? Why would the preprocessor comment that out? I don't understand. Okay. Okay. There's void to draw. That's what we want. Can I make this bigger? Help. File. References. Editor font size. Let's go 18 and 18. Interface scale 150%. Okay. There we go. Much better. So, I want a circle. Can you do control click? No, you cannot. Oh, is it an ellipse? Is a circle an ellipse? I'm gonna go old school. I'm gonna go to the processing. Not API, what's it called? Documentation. No, oh god. Java. There. Reference, there we go. Okay, circle. Give me circle, please. Circle. 2D shaped circle. Okay, draw a circle to screen. And X, Y extent. Width and height of ellipse by default. What? Oh, that's the radius. Okay, cool. So we want circle 400 400 I don't know, 100? Probably not, but we'll deal with it for now. What happens if we run this? Okay. That's tiny. As expected. 400. Okay. Now, let's... The background should be white, actually. Is this white or is this black? This is black, of course. Is it 255? Yeah, okay. Cool. And... then how do I make the... reference line. Topography shape, primitive line. Draws a line to the screen. Curve. Draws curved line. Sets the style, attributes, stroke weight, joiner, out. Color, setting, stroke, no stroke. Sets the color used to draw lines and borders and shapes. Okay, stroke. Okay, so if I do... RGB and alpha. What about the thickness? If I want yellow... Oh, can I just do stroke yellow? Hang on, here. Stroke yellow. Probably a string? Nope. Okay. So RGB as no oh in hexadecimal notation. Okay. So RGB is oh god. What's yellow? Orange is the opposite of blue, so a bit of green, a bit of red. So let's say A00. Does that work? Variable does not exist. No, it's not supposed to be a variable. How do you do? Oh, 0x. Does that work? It's gone. Okay. Okay, what if we make the background slightly gray so we can see what's happening? Like 128, 128, 128. That is way too dark. Yeah. Immediately noticed that after saying it. Okay. Oh, the first two define the alpha component. Okay, so what if I do it like this? Okay, cool. And now I want less blue. Fuck. Other way around. Okay. There we go. That's yellow. You can F off. Put this in the background. Okay. So now we want to draw an arrow. Arrow. No. That means we have to draw an arrow ourselves. Don't like that. Okay, just a line then. Okay, so in center X equals 400. Is that right? Is that right? No? Unused? Yeah, cool. And I probably can't duplicate like this, so we'll do int Y. And then we chuck that here and that here. And that should still be fine. Yes, yes. Okay, cool. Now we want a line. So let's take... Oh, that's a little too loud, isn't it? There, that should be better. So let's take the circle offset. So that's also an integer. Circle offset. Also, these are global. Oh, you can do that. Okay, cool. And the circle offset is how far it's reaching outside here per step. And let's set that to 50. Does that work? Yeah. Okay, cool. And now we draw a line from... what's the notation for lines? X, Y, X, Y. Okay, cool. I can do that. Oops. Yeah, I don't think I need that anymore. Okay, so X, Y is center X, center Y. And we want to go to... Oof. A point that is rotated, which is always tricky. How would you find that point? Let's open paint. So we've got our circle. And we've got our radius, which we should probably nail down. Int radius. Good. And then what we want is we want the coordinates of this thing based on that angle. Call it alpha. Sorry, exactly along here. So let's do some trig, some alge. So this point, UV. So if this was 0, 0, then this would be the cosine. Okay, R, right. Okay, so the length times the cosine of the angle times... Okay, so we need a float. primitive angle. And let's set it to... Oh, do we have pi? 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 Okay. Pi over 10? And then this is cosine? Cosine? Good. Also radius plus offset. So radius plus circle offset. Times cosine of the angle, primitive angle. And then we do the exact same thing for the sine. Okay, we definitely need to shorten that. By calling that... but we might need this multiple times. For now, let's say that's the first offset int. First offset is radius plus circle offset. Cool. We don't need the brackets anymore. And then we can just call this first offset. That did not work. Why did that not work? Because wrong one. Hello! Oh, shit. Yeah, I fucked that up. Okay, first offset. There we go. The first offset here, and we get the first offset here. And that's not cosine, that's sine. Okay. Ooh. Anilga. Let's see it. Yeah. Nice. Okay. Okay, I think that distance is way too large because we need a lot of them. So let's cut that in half. Let's say that's 25. That's... For some reason changed the angle. That is very strange. How can that be? That does not make any sense. This about integer multiplication? First offset. If I cast that to a float, will that problem disappear? No. Strange. Okay. Do we have sleep? Or wait? No. Line, circle. What did I want? What did I want to do, though? Right. And then we say counter equals counter plus 1 mod 20. What on earth is going on? I must have a sensational bug in here. Does that make a difference? No. Okay, radius. Does that make a difference? Console dot... Is it console.log? Counter? Oh, we probably need a... Cannot find anything named console. Can we just have log? No. How do you print? How do you fucking print? Oh, it's just print. Print. Okay. Yeah. That's what it's supposed to do. Okay, is there... Wait. Delay. Okay, so... It's probably a float, right? Millis... Time. Wow, okay. Okay. Float... Start time. Millis. Okay. We say if millis the current time is greater than 2 plus the start time. Oh, that's milliseconds, so probably 2000 plus the start time. I'm assuming this is the notation? Yeah, okay, cool. Counter times 1000? Does that work? Yeah. Huh. This is what's happening. Okay. Oh! I literally said it. If the circle is at 0, 0, which it isn't, and that's why it's pointing to 0, 0. Okay, so we have to offset the entire fucker by center X and center Y. And now it all makes sense. There we go. As if it is the first time I'm drawing a wheel. Okay, cool. So, this is what that is. And now... Right. Circle offset is 50. Oh no, we went with radius, which is terrible. Wait. Yeah, we need to stretch that by first offset. But wait, shouldn't that make it longer? Yeah, that's way too long. Okay, first of all, we want to switch sine and cosine. And then we want to put a negative on that one. There we go. Now we're going the right way. Okay, now why? We're going from the center, and then we're adding... This should give us unit circle coordinates. So really all we need. Something is fucky wucky in the state of Denmark. Let me just call these flag X, which is a float. We can set them out here. Whoops. Float. Flag X. Can I do that? Flag Y. Think so. And then we say flag X is equal to this. And can I do this? No. Flag Y is equal to that. And then we put flag X here and flag Y here. That will make debugging a little bit easier. Okay. Because the radius, that's the diameter. Oops. Oh, and now it's tiny. 10. There we go. Now let's try our initial guess of 100. Not so bad. Let's start the counter at 0. Too bad. Alright, let's go 50. I think this is better. Okay. What happens if we put those here? Aha. So, if counter equals 5, setup. That sounds suspicious. Yeah. Okay. So we need to initiate the counter in here now. What? So we need to initiate that before setup. And then in here set counter equals 0. Does that work scope-wise? Yes. Yes, but. Okay, so int timer equals 0. And the timer will just creep on. So this is timer. And here we'll just have timer equals timer plus 1. Yeah! Okay, good. Okay, now we do the circle offset, which also needs to be reset every time. But I'm gonna say circle offset plus equals, is plus equals a thing? Cool. Plus equals 50. Didn't work. Yes. Ah, because this is first offset. Can I rename? No. Okay, so we'll say length offset. Yeah. Shut your mouth. And we'll do that at the beginning of each draw. There we go. Initial circle offsets. 50. So we don't have to carry that around every time. Okay, and now we can just tweak this one to say, whoops, equals, oops, 25. 35? Yeah. Okay. Now it's drawing a little bit too fast. Nice. Okay. The angle? 15? Okay, and now we'll draw a circle segment. Line. Line, segment, intersection. Line. Oh, is it an arc? Arc. There we go. Draws an arc to the screen. Uh-huh. So, the arc, the x and y coordinates of the ellipse is center x and center y. And then the width of the ellipse is going to be a radius. Oh, hang on. It's going to be radius plus offset. So it's going to be length offset. And now the angle. We start at an angle of 0. No. We start at counter -1. And we end at counter. Maybe. Something's not... Oh. Okay. Almost. Slight problems. Okay, so... So the angles are correct. Except they all need to be rotated by pi on 2. So minus half pi. And here also minus half pi. Ooh, it's overwriting the other thing. Okay, well, the angles fit now. So let me just check the length offset thing again. See, length offset probably needs to be plus radius on 2. Because now it's actually the radius? Yeah. Kinda. Okay, not quite. So number 1. Oh, can I just do no fill? No fill. Will that get rid of one of my problems, maybe? Yes. Okay, good. Whoa, 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 whoa. What's the opposite of no fill? Fill? Fill. Okay, just fill. Oh, oh. Fill probably expects colors, so 0, 0, 0. I done goofed, guys. Okay, okay. 255, 255, 255. Okay. There we go. That's that back. I probably want this to point the other way. So we have counter here. And counter +1 here. Good. Now, why does that length not match is the question. What if we just do length offset times... No, that's definitely not going to work. So the length offset... Well, it's actually the actual length, right? Is the radius over 2? This is not the radius, it's the diameter, right? Huh? Something's wrong. Yeah, I think this is the diameter. So the length offset... Oh, am I just lagging one behind? I think I might just be lagging one behind. And radius equals diameter divided by 2. And there's no way that's ever going to fuck anything up ever and ever. Should have defined it the other way around, but hey. Okay, we're just trailing behind by 1. But why are we trailing behind by a length offset? By a radius? That doesn't make sense. Because it's the width, and the width is the diameter. So you want... Yeah, okay. Now it makes sense. Now we have to add one more... So what this is diameter plus length of that plus initial length offset. That's what that is. What? Initial circle offset. Fuck you. And I should probably set that as flag height. Hello, Crow. Careful. And flag height. Well, probably float. And then here flag height is that fucker. And then we have flag height here and flag height here. That looks good. That's very funny. It can't possibly be this. Whoa, we're gone. Okay, so first of all, it's circle offset plus initial circle offset. That's what I'm looking for. Close! No! What about 2 times circle offset? Can I bargain here? There we go. And now we say initial circle offset is 25. There we go. Oh shit, what happened to the... Oh! We fucked something. Yeah, we did. So this is diameter. There we go. So the idea is... Okay, so this would be incremental addition. And circle index is 1. So we'll do if circle index is 1, and you draw all of that. Elif? Else? So this changes nothing, and now we change that to 2. Now we make a brand new circle. Cool. So, the length offset is going to be the same. The length offset is going to be constant. Now, flag X. We're still... Right, the length offset is correct, but the angle is going to be different. No. The angle by which we're rotating our flag is the same, but the arcs which we're drawing are going to be different. So this is also still the same. And I think the flag height is also always going to be the same. It's really just the arc that's changing. So can I just say 0 here, and then I'll be happy? I do not see the flag. Okay, let me just make sure that we actually reach this. We're not actually reaching the else part. Oh, because that's 1. We are reaching the else part. Cool. So why does this not work? Stroke, stroke. Okay. Let's say 2 DD. Let me just make sure that if I put that back in here, then it will just magically work again, yes? So the notation is start and stop. 0 minus half pi? There we go. Second flag. For the second one, we don't actually want to draw the stick. So here we draw the line. And here we draw a different line. Here we draw a line from... Interesting that I managed to cut that off. We draw a line so length. The x value is going to be 0. No, the x value is going to be center x. And the y value is going to be the flag height. Which is going to be length offset. Maybe? No. Close. Why not? Is it center Y plus length offset? Center Y minus length offset? Yeah, okay, there we go. That's it. Okay. Cool. And now if we do if circle index is 1, just to see what happens if we draw both at the same time. Yeah. Okay. Do. And now we need to draw a third circle, which is if circle index is 3. If circle index is 3, we need another color first of all. What color is it going to be? It's going to be... Oh, nice, this works. It's going to be 4, EE1. Okay. Now, the line is going to be center X, center Y. So it's basically going to be 1 plus 2 plus 3, so it's going to be triangular numbers. The height is correct. Okay, we're going to define long flag X. Long flag X and long flag Y. So long flag X is going to be this. And long flag Y is going to be that. But so int triangle well, actually int triangle we do outside. And then here we said triangle equals counter times counter plus 1 divided by 2. Triangle. And then we do that. Did I set the circle index? I did not set the circle index. To set the circle index to 3. Okay, that did not work. Because I did not actually set these attributes in here. Yeah! Okay, good. And now the arc that we need... The arc is gonna go from the center. That's the same. The flag height is going to be the same. And now we're going to go... Oh, God. To the previous triangle, okay. So, let's set triangle old. Or lagged triangle. I like the term lagged. Lagged triangle is counter -1 times counter divided by 2. So we're going from that times, you know, pi over 15 is really the primitive angle, isn't it? So let's swap that. Primitive angle. Primitive angle. Primitive angle. So we have lagged triangle times primitive angle minus half pi. And we have triangle times primitive angle minus. I think. Let's see. Yes. Kind of. Except they're pointing the wrong ways. Why are they pointing the wrong ways? Which attribute is wrong? The height or this step? So let's call this one 3 as well. Oops. The heights are wrong. How can the heights be? Oh, that's the second one. If that's the second one, that means the angles are wrong. Okay. And if the angles are wrong, that means this entire thing is lagged. But I don't know what that means. Unless we, like, add +1 to all of them. Funny, but the wrong way around. No, actually, the angles are correct. It's the lines that are wrong. Long flag. Oh yeah. What does that mean? Should this be lagged? Yeah. Okay, cool. And now if we set them all to be 1, or to be 3 or whatever. Yeah, that doesn't really show anything. But we've got those correct. So that's good. Where are we? We are in processing animations. All right. So, now what? Right. Oh shit. We wanted to initialize a Git repo. I know that there is a way to do that with the command line, but I'm not gonna look it up. I'm just gonna ask good old Chad what he thinks. Okay. Do I have one specifically for Git? Git conditional config fix. No, let's just. I started coding in a folder, and I now want to make it a repo on Git. I've got credentials and everything set up. I want to initialize it as a Git repo and push it to the remote of my account. What do I type? No, I've not created. I have not created an empty repo on GitHub. Can I do all of that from the command line? What do I type? GitHub CLI. Okay. GH. Oops. Version. Ooh. If not installed, install GitHub CLI. Download for Windows. Sure. We take all the Git that we can. Yep. I think that's reasonable. Finish. I probably need to reset this and start a new terminal. Terminal. Processing animations, ls. Okay. Cool. Yeah. Okay, now we can get in it. Git add, git commit, initial commit, as is tradition. Okay, now GitHub repo create processing animations. Source equals dot. Okay, that's this folder. Public push. Yeah, GH auth login. All right, we're gonna have to go over here just in case it asks me for. Where do you use GitHub? Yes. Use arrow to move, type to filter. SSH. Is that where my private key lives? Nobody knows. Yes. Skip. Paste an authentication token. Fuck. Hang on. Escape. Something went wrong. Let's try that again. GitHub. SSH. Skip. Ah. Login with a web browser. Sure. Personal access token here. Oh, for fuck's sake. And of course, authenticator app. That's much quicker. Create new token. Generate token. Generate token. Copy. Paste. Cool. Now can I please create push repo? No. Generate new token. Add permission. There we go. Okay, we want no copilots. Okay. Other. GitHub.com. SSH. Skip. Login with web browser. Authorize. Cool. Your device is now connected. Did that work? We just did that. Cool. Can I now please push? Cool. Okay, that was easy. That only took 10 hours. Okay, CLS. Cool. Okay, we are back. Good grief. Oh, was that in the corner the entire time? Oh, I'm in the wrong view. Why am I here? How did I get here? This isn't right. Oh, I think I was here. Which makes sense. Think about it, but don't think about it for too long. Okay, so we don't need the print anymore. Now the question is, trying animate 3 diagrams using the Java-based wrapper visual processing. Is it processing 4? Help. About processing. Processing 4. I've got the details where I have them. I want them. AKA the animation steps. But it just doesn't look good. Can you spruce it up a bit? Make it more sexy. Okay, so this is going to be... Oh, what's the file format? Yeah. File format is... nothing. Fuck. Where's my... PD. Oh, this is the folder. That's why. Yeah, .pd. Which to me sounds more like a debugger file, but you know. So PD. Here we go. Animation enhancement. No. Motion trails. Partial background fade. Okay. Okay. That does look amazing. It's completely wrong, but it looks amazing. Okay. Okay. I mean, that looks amazing. But it doesn't adhere to the original logic. Make sure that the original Drake 3 different ways of drawing arm and arc. Distinguished by the circle index, of which always only one is drawn, is respected. Exy but faithful version. Alright, let's see. Okay, and where is the circle index? Let's try 2. And then let's try 3. Cool. I didn't mind the interpolation between the angles. You are free to add that back in again. Also, can you make sure the original circle always visible in some way? Can just be hinted. Soft fade, no stroke fill. Yes, Crow. Hello. My kitty cat. Two. And 1. Oh, can you add an arrow at the end of each drawn arc so that it always points clockwise? Hello, Crow! Give me a second while I disable the keyboard for you. There we go. Now you can come here. Oops. What's up? I knew you were going to step on the keyboard. You are not going to throw down the cup of coffee I have here. Or rather the coffee mixture that I have. Okay, cool. Curved arrowheads that scale with radius. No, grow along the arc. Ooh, I wanna see... Oops. Oh, I wanna see them grow along the arc. Entire file, please. That did not work. The arrowhead on the wrong end of the arc. Either wrong head of the arc, or that's the starting position and it never moves. Okay. Yes! Hi, Crow. Well, can you bring me something that I can throw? Okay, so... This works now, but I thought... Two tweaks. We start with the more important one. The arrows, the previous arrows fade out by too much. They should still be quite visible. Can fade out a little. How do? Do. Fill. There we go. $10. Yeah, that's good. No, that's fine. Went with the first suggestion. Now I'm noticing that the first chunk drawn with the second and the first fades out first. Something off with the timing? No, I wasn't talking about the fade logic. The fact that the second segment drawn when only the first should be drawn. Looks good. Write entire file, please. See if that works. Oh, it wasn't done yet. Oh no. Oh no. Well, that fixed it, but it broke several other things. Hey, Crow. What's up? Hey, come here. Try... Okay, first of all, we do undo here. Oh, shit. Is this the good version? This is the good version, yeah. Improved. Try a full file fix. It's not gonna work. I think we're now deep in the shit. But it doesn't matter, it's just an animation. And I've reached a step in the animation that I'm happy with. Oh. I think this almost fixes everything. Yeah. Okay, that fixes almost everything. It just doesn't reset after 5 steps anymore. You put that back in, then we're good. Yep. A little adventure. No. No, 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 no. Say it isn't so. Ah. Only fix reset. Yeah. Okay, cool. Sketch. Import library. Manage library. GIF animations. Install. Okay. Import GIF animation. GIF make, GIF export, and now in void setup, we've got size. Okay. Capture frames inside draw. Finish GIF after last frame. Ooh. Damn. That's cool. 1 second, Crow. You okay? Okay, so this is animation 2. And this is animation 1. Yeah. That's so cool. And then, oops. Page up. 3. Animation 3. Hang on. Yeah. Let me just check something. That's fine. And that one should also be fine. Yeah. Okay, yeah. That GIF tool worked well. I think there's a bug in the third circle. Only sweeps constant angle segment instead of the full arc length. There's the tri-start. Okay, if circle index 3. Okay. Yeah, I'm happy with that. Cool. Animation 3. Okay. Cool. I think that's it. We're done for today.